Title: Is Pakistan going to recognize Israel? A deep dive into politics, history, and reality, this documentary explores one of the most debated and sensitive geopolitical questions in the Muslim world today. Is Pakistan moving toward recognizing Israel, or is this just speculation fueled by global politics and media narratives? To answer this, we must go beyond headlines and examine history, ideology, diplomacy, and current realities with clarity and honesty. Pakistan was created in 1947 as a homeland for Muslims of the Indian subcontinent. From the very beginning, its foreign policy was shaped not only by national interests, but also by a strong ideological commitment to the Muslim world. One of the earliest and most consistent elements of this policy has been its stance on Palestine. Pakistan has never recognized Israel and has maintained that it will not do so until a just and fair solution to the Palestinian issue is achieved. To understand whether this position is changing, we first need to look at why Pakistan has historically refused to recognize Israel. The answer lies in a mix of ideological, political, and emotional factors. The Palestinian cause holds deep significance in Pakistan, not just at the government level, but also among the general public. For many Pakistanis, Palestine is not just a foreign policy issue. It is a matter of religious and moral responsibility. The idea that Palestinians have been deprived of their land and rights resonates strongly across society. Over the decades, Pakistani leaders have repeatedly stated that recognition of Israel is tied to the establishment of an independent Palestinian state, with Jerusalem as its capital. This position has remained consistent through different governments, whether civilian or military. However, the global landscape has been changing. In recent years, several Muslim-majority countries have moved toward normalizing relations with Israel. This has raised questions about whether Pakistan might follow a similar path. Some analysts argue that geopolitical realities, economic pressures, and international alliances could eventually push Pakistan in that direction. At the same time, there are strong reasons to believe that Pakistan is unlikely to change its stance anytime soon. One major factor is domestic opinion. Any move to recognize Israel would likely face significant opposition from the public, religious scholars, and political groups. In a country where public sentiment plays a powerful role, this cannot be ignored. Another factor is Pakistan's relationship with other Muslim countries. While some have normalized ties with Israel, others continue to oppose it strongly. Pakistan often positions itself as a voice for Muslim unity and justice, and a sudden shift in policy could affect its credibility in that role. There is also the question of timing. Even if Pakistan were to consider recognition in the future, it would likely depend on significant developments in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Without a meaningful resolution, any such move would be politically risky and morally controversial. In recent times, rumors and speculation about Pakistan recognizing Israel have surfaced repeatedly. These are often based on indirect developments, such as diplomatic engagements, international pressure, or regional shifts. However, there has been no official announcement or concrete step indicating that Pakistan is preparing to recognize Israel. It is important to separate speculation from reality. In international politics, countries often engage in dialogue and back-channel communication without changing their official positions. Such interactions do not necessarily mean a shift in policy. Pakistan has also been involved in diplomatic efforts related to broader Middle East stability. This includes acting as a mediator or maintaining relations with various countries in the region. These actions can sometimes be misinterpreted as a sign of changing stance, but they are part of normal diplomatic practice. Another dimension to consider is economic pressure. Pakistan has faced significant economic challenges in recent years, leading some observers to suggest that it might reconsider its foreign policy positions to gain financial or strategic advantages. While economic factors do influence policy decisions, they are not the only consideration. In matters of national identity and ideological commitment, economic incentives alone may not be enough to drive a major shift. The role of global powers is also relevant. Countries like the United States have historically supported Israel and have encouraged normalization between Israel and Muslim countries. Pakistan, as a country that maintains relations with the United States, is not immune to such influence. However, Pakistan has also demonstrated its ability to maintain independent positions when it considers them important. Looking ahead, the question is not just whether Pakistan will recognize Israel, but under what conditions it might consider doing so. The official stance remains clear. Recognition is linked to a just resolution of the Palestinian issue. Unless there is a significant breakthrough in that conflict, a policy change seems unlikely in the near future. At the same time, it would be unrealistic to assume that foreign policy remains completely static. Countries evolve, and their policies can change based on new realities. However, such changes are usually gradual and carefully calculated, especially on issues as sensitive as this one. In conclusion, the idea that Pakistan is about to recognize Israel does not align with current facts. There is no official move in that direction, and the long-standing policy remains in place. While global and regional dynamics continue to evolve, Pakistan's position is still rooted in its historical, ideological, and political commitments. The future remains uncertain, as it always does in international relations. But for now, the answer to the question is clear. Pakistan is not moving toward recognizing Israel in any immediate or confirmed way. This is not just a matter of diplomacy. It is a reflection of identity, values, and the complex realities of a changing world. Understanding this issue requires patience, nuance, and a willingness to look beyond simple narratives. Only time will tell how things unfold, but as of today, Pakistan's stance remains firm, consistent, and unchanged.